Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gil-Kist Nation Sports Talk about the NBA. We apologize about last week as there was no episode since we were feeling sick. We're still under the weather today, but the show must go on. And so it shall. We got a good lineup today. As you know, we like to discuss about the standings, who's going up, and who's trending down. We'll also talk about the tough schedules, the great games we got lined up. There's not very many easy schedules today. But we'll also discuss a little about injuries, and we will conclude our show with the team of the week. But let's get started. Starting with the standings in the NBA, you got Toronto, number 1. Milwaukee. Then it's the Pacers, followed by the Sixers, followed by the Celtics, Miami, the Nets, Charlotte, the Magic, not so magical right now, but Detroit, and Washington. That's the Eastern Conference from 1 to 11 right now. Of course, there's a couple more teams, but these are the most relevant teams to be able to make the playoffs. All right, in the Western Conference, you got the Nuggets, Nuggies, and then you got the Dubs, followed by the Thunder. The Thunder precede us by the Trailblazers, and the Trailblazers go to the Clips, and then you got the Rockets, followed by San Antonio, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Kings, and lastly but not least, the Timberwolves. That's your standings right now in the NBA as far as 1 to 11, going with the Western and Eastern Conferences. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about who is trending up and who's trending down. Starting with some teams who are trending up. If we're looking about it, we got quite a few teams on the rise. We got Toronto, we got Milwaukee, we got Indiana, we got Denver, Golden State, Portland, Houston, San Antonio, and Utah. That's a lot of teams. As you notice, most of these teams are already in good playoff form. One of the teams that's outside looking in, though, is Utah. Utah had a great week last week, and they're definitely a team on the rise, literally about half a game outside of the playoffs right now. And if they continue the streak that they're on, they might just be the hot team that might find themselves in playoff situation again, just as they did last year. So, cheers to Utah and stay jazzy, right? Okay. Everyone else is a pretty much playoff contender you don't need to really worry about. They're just having a good time right now, and they're pretty much sticking to what they should be doing. One team, though, that's on the rise on here was Portland. Portland's been a team I've kind of been iffy about. I'm not so 100% sure about them yet. There's a team that we need to figure out their identity because you cannot take this team seriously when it comes to the postseason. Okay, who's going down? Not many teams are trending down. You do have Charlotte and Detroit, the Lakers, and Sacramento. Well, Charlotte doesn't have a lot to offer right now when you think about it on their team, on their board. So for them to be going down, it's not really a big deal. Detroit, too, they've been on the descent for a while, but they just got nothing to offer. Blake Griffin, you're a showman. And that's about all you got going right now. The Lakers, no LeBron, as we know, hasn't been working out for them at all. Been a little bit of a tough stretch, some tough games, also some easy games. Like losing to Cleveland is just not a good, ideal situation for them. So, been a little bit of a difficulty, but they got to figure it out when LeBron returns. In Sacramento, this is a team I really enjoy seeing. They're very young. They got a lot to offer on the table. Been some little injury-riddled team from sometimes, mostly with Marvin Bagley being out. But this is a team I feel like can get better. The thing is, they just had a really tough schedule, and they blew all the opportunities they can against the high-caliber teams. So they're just not ready yet. They might have to wait till next year once they develop a little bit more. All right, we're moving on to the best games. We got 5 games for you, which means that's going to be 5 times the fun. 5 stars. Here we go. Let us begin with the Warriors and the Nuggets. These might be the 2 best teams in the NBA for some of us. Obviously, it's the top 2 teams in the Western Conference. They're playing in Denver. It's gonna be quite the fancy game. And as you know, the last time these teams played in Denver, it was a 2-point game, if I'm not mistaken, or 1-point game, something like that. So it was a really close affair. It's the battle of the 2 best. This is a huge game. The Warriors won't be at full health yet, but they will have most of their guys, their core guys. So it should be a pretty good game. Denver's been a little bit injury riddled with some minor injuries. They won't have all their players. So for the Nuggets to slip on this one, don't be too surprised. But at home, will be a big game. Okay, up next you got Raptors Celtics. This is a huge game. The Celtics have not been really good as of late, blowing a lot of games, and the Raptors are on the rise once again. Raptors on the road. This is a huge game. They can prove they can win this one. This game pretty much could knock off the Celtics for the whole season. I know we're not even halfway through, basically. But when you think about it, the Celtics can't win at home against Toronto. The Celtics are not going to be considered a contender. Okay? There's just no way. They got to win this game. All right, 76ers and Pacers. These are 2 of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference. They're going to be battling each other for that 3rd seed. This is a big game. So you got to watch this game just to see how they play, especially because the 76ers are going on the road to Indiana. All right. Then you got the Thunder and the 76ers. Fun. Just a fun game. All right. Doesn't matter how you look at it. The Thunder got some nice rock superstars in there. Those guys are fun to watch. Whether it's Westbrook, whether it's Paul George, it's a great team to just be able to see and watch. And then you look at the 76ers, their team is just straight, all-stars going across the board. So this game is just an exciting matchup. It's just a fun matchup to watch. Watch this game. Is it possible finals preview? Who knows? Maybe. I don't think so, but you never know. It could be. Then, of course, you're going to have the Lakers and the Rockets. Why did this make the list? Because LeBron James should return. And if he does return, it will be a dandy of a game, and you're possibly looking at a playoff preview here. So this could be a very interesting matchup to see again with LeBron in the mix. There won't be Chris Paul, though. He's still going to be out for a while, so it's kind of a shame. All right, just some notable good games coming up too. The Jazz and the Clippers. Like I said, the Jazz have been really hot lately, so watch out for them. The Clippers have been mediocre, inconsistent. Then you've also got the Lakers and the Thunder. It's just a good matchup. We don't know if LeBron will be there, but if he is, that's a good game. All right, followed by the last good game to see would be Warriors at Clippers. So obviously we know what to see from the Warriors. Now the Clippers, we don't really know, but they've been playing decent when they played against the Warriors the last couple of times. Now they're at home. Can they get the win? That's the big thing here. All right, talking about some tough schedules. There's a few teams. The Sixers, 3 games this week, really tough games. The Nets, 3 games this week, tough games. The Warriors have 3 games, and none of them are going to be easy, all right? The Pelicans might be, but still a challenge. Clippers, 4 games this week, and I don't like them, okay? Now, easy peasy schedule. Who's got it easy this week? Guess who? Nobody. Nobody got it easy. It's going to be a tough week for everybody. Some teams could have made this list, but nobody has all winnable games. Don't expect anyone to go undefeated this week. It's possible. I'm not going to say it's not, but it shouldn't be guaranteed. All right, moving on to the injuries. Oh, the pain. Right. Looking at midweek returns, Kyrie Irving, maybe Dennis Smith Jr. should be coming back. Gary Harris for Denver, that'd be a big one. LeBron, Nerlens Noel, Rudy Gay, and CJ Miles. These are all names that we should probably be considering returning because they can affect the team in a positive manner. Obviously, some are bigger, some are, well, drinks to you, right? They got some work to do. Okay, end of the week though, big one, big injury coming up. DeMarcus Cousins. The return of DeMarcus Cousins is coming this weekend, is what we're looking at. Maybe even earlier, who knows, unless there's any setbacks. But if DeMarcus Cousins returns, we get to see the Warriors at full strength and what dominant force they possibly could be. It might just rattle the NBA season and ruin everything. All right, my friends, let's talk about the last and not least. We got to talk about that team of the week. Yes, the team of the week is Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers is your team of the week. They're playing against the Pelicans, the Jazz, and the Warriors all at home, and they're at the Spurs. Those are all tough games. Why are they the team of the week? Because it's identity mode for these guys. We need to figure out, hey, are you going to gain some consistency? Are you going to step up to the occasion? I want to see you win 3 games this week, Clippers. Win me 3 games this week, and I will definitely think you're a playoff, not a contender, but definitely a playoff team. Because everyone in the Western Conference is up for grabs, so it's going to be a little bit of a toss-up. But Clippers, come on, show me what you got this week. Win me some games. Prove to me you are real, okay? Well, that's going to conclude our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot of good games in the NBA this week. It's an exciting week for sure. You're going to have some good times. Try and keep an eye out for all these notable games and seeing what's going to happen. Like I said, my friends, it's going to be a lovely, lovely time. All right, well, from all of us here at Gil-Kist Nation, to you, have a beautiful week and enjoy the NBA. Ciao, ciao.